Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Marlon Lavenhar.
And I'm Randy Lewis, and on behalf of the entire ministry team, we welcome you to All Souls on this wonderful Sunday morning.
And we welcome those who are online from all over the country and all over the world. It's great to have you with us, and I hope you'll drop your joys and concerns in the chat if you're on Facebook or Zoom, and we will light a candle for you later in the service to bring you in to join us here in this space.
Now, if you're a first-time guest with us or new to All Souls, we welcome you. And our ushers are here, and we have a small gift for you. Now, as they come down the aisles, if you just simply raise your hand and keep it up until you receive your gift. Here's Walter coming now.
That's right. And following the service, if you're here for the first time or new, and you have any questions, just after the service, out these doors on the left is our library, and there will be someone from our welcoming team there to greet you. If you just lift your hand up, if you're visiting, Walter has a gift for you, and it's great to always great to have new faces in the sanctuary each morning. Now, today is new member recognition. We had 30 new people join the church over the summer, and so we're going to be recognizing them. Yes, it's exciting. And we're sort of at the end of summer. We've been doing a series about teaching people about Unitarianism, Universalism, and today my topic is why people come to All Souls. So if you don't know why you're here, I'm gonna hopefully let you know.
Yes. Well, I invite you now to stand as you are able for our invocation and covenant. This is indeed a day that God has made. Let us then rejoice in it and be glad. Let us count our many blessings. Let us be grateful for the capacity to see, feel, hear, and understand. Let us be grateful for the incredible gift of life. And let us be especially grateful for the ties of love that bind us together, giving dignity, meaning, worth, and joy to all our days.
Please join in All Souls Covenant. These are the words that bind us together, especially as we welcome new members into our community. And it begins with the word love. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Welcome to All Souls, where we love beyond belief.
From all that dwell below the skies, let faith and hope with love arise. Let beauty, truth, and good be sung through every land, by every tongue.
Before you take your seat, as our chalice lighters come forward, please greet your neighbor. I love that sound. Let's keep that going after the service. The flaming chalice is a symbol of the Unitarian Universalist tradition, a tradition to which this congregation belongs. Now, today our chalice is lit by two good friends. Iris Lebeck, a longtime member since John Wolfe days, has returned to All Souls with renewed energy and serves with our Friendly Souls volunteers. And her friend Kevin Stewart, who has found a home here as well. Both are eager to be involved, and we are grateful for their presence, Iris and Kevin.
We light this chalice for many reasons that people come. Some seek sanctuary, some seek truth, some justice, some healing, some simply to belong.
Whatever brings us here, we are held in one circle of light. May this flame remind us of the wholeness we create together.
I get to do the story for all ages this morning, and it's going to be about Thomas the Tank Engine. Has anyone here ever heard of Thomas the Tank? Okay, quite a few people. All right. For those who don't know, there's Thomas. For those who don't know Thomas, in the British version of the show, Ringo Starr does the voiceover of Thomas, and in the American version, it's George Carlin. So it's a great show, and it's a lot of fun, and all the tank engines are, steam engines, and they have all kinds of things that go on in their lives, just like our lives. Isn't that interesting? And so the thing about these they're on this island called Sodor, and one of the things that every tank engine wants to hear is for the engineer to tell them, you're a very useful engine. That's the greatest compliment you can get on the island of Sodor if you're a tank engine, to be useful. And in this story, this was before Thomas, this was early on in the series, before Thomas started to was allowed to take passenger trains. So all Thomas did at this time was Thomas would be able to go get the cars to bring them to the other the tank engines that would take the passengers around the island, but Thomas didn't get a chance. However, on this day, Henry, the engine, he was sick. So, being sick, Henry was not able to take the passengers. So this was finally Thomas's big chance. And so Thomas got a chance to take a group of passenger trains. Well, he was so excited and he was so eager that he ended up driving away from the station, but he forgot to hook up with the trains. But Tom's thinking, wow, this is pretty easy. I'm cruising. It's not as hard as I thought it was. And he's just going, and people are waving him down, trying to get him to, stop and say, hey, you don't have any cars behind you. But he's thinking, oh, isn't that nice? Everybody's so happy that I'm finally able to take these cars, that they're waving at me. And he's pulling his, his horn, tooting and saying hi to everybody until he finally gets stopped and realizes that he doesn't have anybody behind him. And so in this story, Thomas is a little bit embarrassed, as you can imagine, and he does go back and he gets hooked back up with the other trains. But the reason I share this story with you today is, number one, this idea of being useful. In this time with everything going on in our world, we're all looking for ways to be useful. And that, if you're young, sometimes it's just as easy as trying to help out with the dishes or help clean up or help fold the laundry or whatever. And then sometimes when we're going off to school, this being a new school year, sometimes we rush out of the house and we haven't stopped to think, wait, do I have everything I need? Do I have my books? Do I have my bag? Have I ate my breakfast? Have I taken my medicine? Do I have my name badge or whatever you need for school? So it's a good reminder as we start another school year, before we leave the door, to remember, do I have everything that I need with me? And so that's our story. But the other thing that we're doing today is welcoming new members into All Souls. And we've had 30 people join the congregation over the summer. And so I know some of you are here to join. And in just a moment, I'm going to invite you to come forward and join me and Reverend Lewis up on the chancel so that we can do this little ritual and give you a flower. And we do this ritual in order to connect us. When somebody joins, it's kind of like Thomas and the cars. We need to make sure we're connected so that we don't miss each other and go off without one another. So this is how we connect. It's through our covenant at All Souls. And if you're new, we want to make sure that you're well connected and you feel that sense of being a part of this community. So if you're a new member who's joined throughout the summer or in these recent couple of months and you're here, please come forward and join us on the chancel for our new member recognition. We're going to wait for you. You're moving a little slower this morning, and As you come forward, come on forward. And this is a member who was a part of this congregation many years ago when Dr. Wolf was the minister here back in the 50s and 60s, who's just come back to Tulsa and just rejoined All Souls. You know, we used to have a little name, we used to have all the name badges. Yes, welcome back. Roger, welcome back. Do you think you can make it up these stairs, or we'll just do the ritual with you right down here, all right? I'm gonna stand down here with you. How about that? All right, it's great to have you back. Roger, welcome back. You could feel the welcome of everybody who's here. So today we formally welcome you, our newest members, into the covenant of All Souls, and also we welcome you to members here, but also members all over the world who are everywhere members of All Souls who've joined our congregation. We have about 175 members outside of Oklahoma who are active and involved, and we invite you to join with all of us in covenant.
And will you, new members, honor our covenant to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another? If so, please say, I will.
And now to the congregants of our community, as our church continues to grow, do you reaffirm your commitment to our covenant of love and service, which binds us all together? If so, please say, I do.
And will you welcome these new members into our community, strive to dwell with them in peace, support their search for truth with love, and help them when they are in need? If so, please say, I will.
All right, well, let us all remember, all of us together, new members who've been here a long time, that our covenant is a promise that we make to each other. It's a way that we strive to live together in community. We don't have a central belief that we all ascribe to. We're joined together through this promise of how we will live. And we strive to live this way, peacefully, seeking the truth and love, helping one another. But when we falter or fail in living this covenant, will you take responsibility to seek forgiveness and to begin again in love? If so, please say, I will. Thank you. Beautiful. And now, we're going to welcome each one of you individually and give you a gift of a flower. And I'm going to begin with you, Roger. Please state your name.
Roger Morris.
Roger Morris. May your eyes see beauty. May your lips speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life. Welcome.
Please state your name.
Jesse Trotter.
Jesse Trotter. Welcome to the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your mouth speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good work of this world all the days of your life.
Please state your name.
Kate Hughes.
Kate Hughes. Welcome into the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your lips speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life.
Please state your name.
Jill Hammer.
Jill Hammer. Welcome to the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your mouth speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good work of this world all the days of your life.
Please state your name.
Bellamy
Bellamy
Milam.
Milam. Welcome into the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your lips speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life.
Please state your name.
Steve Holcomb.
Steve Holcomb. Welcome to the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your mouth speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good work of this world all the days of your life.
Please state your name.
Pearl Garrison.
Pearl Garrison. Welcome into the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your lips speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life.
Thank you.
Please state your name.
Susie Holcomb.
Susie Holcomb. Welcome to the family of All Souls. May your eyes see beauty. May your mouth speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life.
May you dare to
It's just, you make our community better and stronger, more full of love every time somebody joins All Souls. Roger was telling me that he and his husband were married by John Wolfe back almost 40 years ago or so. And I was thinking, we were doing that 40 years ago, long before it was legal in this country. And we'll continue to do it for years to come, no matter what the government tells us we can or can't do. We light a candle this morning for Dee Isted. The flowers are dedicated to her. She turned 100 years old last week. She's been a member for a long time. So that's for Dee. Also, Jenny Halliday, our member in Houston, asked us to light one for her husband, Scott Kevin Halliday, who's in the hospital in Houston. So we light one for Scott today as well. We're lighting a candle for Ellen and Mike Sewell, who lost their adult son, Russell Abbott, on August 18th. Our hearts go out to them. We also light a candle for Elizabeth Grimm Howell, who was a member for a long time, had moved away, but she passed and died on the 13th of August. And then we have a number of members of our community who are facing health challenges, and so we light candles for Peggy Allen, Angela Dixon, Mika Epps, Paige Eichelman, Steve Frazee, and let's see, any online? Oh, we light one for the Ukrainian Day of Independence, which is today. So we hope they do get their, or maintain their independence for many years to come. And a final candle, very sad candle this morning for a longtime member and yoga teacher for All Souls on Wednesday nights for a long, long time. And we light a candle. Stacy Beckert, who passed away this past week. She was swimming in the ocean in Florida and was caught in a riptide. And so we are just devastated. We'll have a service for her. They're still in the stage of shock as the family, so we are holding them all in our hearts this morning. And a final candle for all those who love her and are missing her today. If you have names of anyone you'd like to add to this, please call out those names and we'll light candles for them as well. All right. At this time, if you are in the first year of the loss of a loved one, we invite you to stand in memory and mourning. Also, if this Sunday is the closest to the anniversary of the death of someone that you love, we also invite you to take this moment to stand in memory and honor of them.
We hold all these needs, joys, and sorrows in the circle of our care. You may be seated. Oh God, we come carrying the fullness of life, grief, and joy, hope and uncertainty, questions and quiet faith. Hold us in this tender in-between space. And when the weight of the world feels heavy, remind us of your strength. When the promise feels fragile, remind us of your grace. When we cannot see the way forward, remind us of the light that guides. Bless those among us who are in seasons of change, those who are letting go, those who are starting anew, those who wait in the long pause between that what was and what will be. Gather us into community that we may carry one another through each turning of our journeys. May we be gentle with ourselves, faithful to one another, and open to the quiet miracle of our own becoming. Today we are grateful, thankful, and prayerful. May it be so. Amen and blessed be.
It's great to have Rick Fortner back with us this morning. I have to tell the choir, everybody's been talking about you all since last Sunday with all the singing that you did and the songs and just the beauty. What a strong, gorgeous choir. It's great to have you back after the summer break as well. Wonderful. I was, as I heard that song, Art, about being willing, how do we stay open? How do we remain willing in the face of change, with the pace of change that we're going through? And I realized that one of the ways that I do it is by being in community with other people who really care and are trying to make a difference and are taking seriously their lives and a sense of living with purpose and living with meaning and continuing to learn how to love in the midst of everything that's going on in our world and in our personal lives and everything. I read this story online this week, and it was about two Catholic priests who decided that they needed a break, so they booked a vacation to Hawaii, and they wanted to fully relax, incognito. I get this, as a clergy person. So they made a pact. No collars, no black suits, nothing that says clergy. And as soon as they landed, they hit the local shop and they stocked up on the wildest tourist gear that they could find. Think like neon shirts, loud floral, shorts, flip-flops, oversized glasses, straw hats. They looked like a walking postcard. The next morning, they strolled down the beach, drinks in hand, soaking in the sun and enjoying the freedom of anonymity. And that's when a gorgeous young woman in a tiny bikini walked by and gave them a sweet smile and said, "Good morning, Father. Good morning, Father." And then kept walking by as calm as can be. How did she know? Determined to be unrecognizable, they doubled down. The next day they returned to the store. They bought even wilder outfits, mismatched patterns, tourist hats, dangling beads off of them, socks and sandals, the works. Feeling completely undercover, they headed back to the beach, confident no one would suspect a thing about who they were. Right on cue, the same young woman appeared, this time in an even skimpier bikini. She walked right up to them, smiled, and said, "Good morning, Father. Good morning, Father." And one of the priests jumped up. "All right, young lady, we give up. Yes, we're priests, but how on earth did you know?" She laughed. She leaned in and said, "Oh, come on, Father. It's me, Sister Angela." Now, aren't you glad you come to a church where your ministers and you do not need to hide who you really are? If you're a visitor to All Souls, today you sit in a very different kind of church. This is a church where your questions and your doubts are welcome. A place where we actually cherish our doubts and questions. It's a place where we trust that God, however we understand God to be, and truth are strong enough to withstand our questions. A place where we seek to discover a faith that is authentic to each of us. Now, if you've come here because your spouse or neighbor dragged you here, and you're satisfied in your current church and its teachings and traditions, then this message may not have much meaning for you. Now, if you've never wrestled with doubts about your faith, and you've never been tempted to remain silent during the recitation of a creed, if you've never been tempted to leave your head unbowed during a prayer, or never been thrown out of a Sunday school class for asking too many questions, now, if the Bible alone has never seemed inadequate to meet your existential needs and yearnings, then this service might not mean that much to you. But if you came here because you can no longer set aside your questions, and you heard that this is a place where you could come seeking answers, if you came because you want to wrestle with your doubts like Jacob wrestled with the angel and hold on to them until they've blessed you, then you found the right place. And if you have no idea who Jacob is, you've also come to the right place. He's in the Bible, for those who want to know. And whether you read the Bible or you don't care to read the Bible, you're in the right place. If you've never believed that such a church existed, today will come as a welcome surprise. If you've been longing for such a community all your life, welcome home. Or you may have come because you've had children, and you're determined not to raise them the way you were raised, which could mean that maybe you were raised with no sense of the sacred at all in your household, and with a discounting or a denial of the spiritual aspects of life. Or maybe you were raised with an overbearing approach to religion that now seems empty or false or maybe even hypocritical. Coming here may have taken great courage to set aside your parents' disapproval. But now that it's come down to you raising your children, you're determined to do what you feel is best for them. Or maybe you realize that what it means to be a parent or to be a person in the 21st century is quite different from what it was in the past. And you want to be part with us in charting new territory regarding issues of equality and respect and dignity. You may have come because you want to be in an open community where you can explore with others all these major shifts in our culture and in our consciousness. Then again, you may have come because of a major change in your life, a death, a divorce, a new job, or a feeling of wanting to take a new direction. In which case, you might feel a sense of liberation and excitement that you have not felt in a long time. Maybe you're ready for a fresh start, and you want obstacles like dogmas and creeds and shame and worn traditions out of the way. And you want a chance to pass your beliefs through the fire of your own thoughts and experiences honestly and authentically, at least long enough to sort them out so that with enough freedom so that you know that what you say you believe is what's really in your heart, not your parents, not your spouses, not some 4th century theologians, but rather are your true beliefs as a reflection of your true self being expressed in its deepest yearnings and commitments and knowledge. In which case, I imagine that you will fall in love with the opportunity to read the scriptures of all humankind in an attempt to find in them something of worth and to discover wisdom for your daily life. Let me tell you about some of the people who found All Souls over the years. Teresa came here right after she lost her mother, and she was touched to see how we invite people to stand briefly during the 10 a.m. service for an entire year after a loved one dies, to honor that person. And on the anniversary of the death of a loved one who is gone, we invite people to stand and remember them. Now, every year on her mother's birthday, she dedicates the flowers on the chancel to honor her mother. And she chooses purple gladiolas, which were her mother's favorite flower. Remembering her mother in these ways and being able to share that with this community has been an important part of her healing and her life on this side of the loss of her mom. Now, David grew up Baptist and his wife grew up Catholic. Neither one of them had been to a church in many years when they first walked in to the doors of All Souls. And after 3 visits, they both knew that this community would be a great place for them to raise their children. Diane is a social worker and was going through a divorce. And she really wanted a community that would accept her for who she is. The first time she came, she heard us light a candle in celebration of 2 women who had just been married. And she told me that the sermon that day referred to both Buddhism and evolution. For Diane, she knew in just one visit that she had found her people and a very special place for her to walk with others. Now, I can't forget to tell you about Tom. He came early. He spent time reading the bulletin boards all along the hallway out there. And when he finally came into the sanctuary, he started to peruse the hymnal. He saw Christian songs, Jewish songs, songs from all the world's religions. And then he turned to the readings in the back, and he saw quotes from Gandhi and Thoreau and Dorothy Day and Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth. He was already pinching himself to make sure that he was awake when the choir began to sing from the loft and took his breath away. He knew something was missing from his life, but he really didn't understand what until he experienced being in our community. One last person is Robert, who came in June on Juneteenth weekend. It's worth noting that he's African American. He was glad to be greeted by Walter at the door, a big, gregarious African American man saying, "Welcome to All Souls," and handing him his order of service. And to see 2 African American ministers on the chancel that day. I think it must have been Randy and probably Reverend Davis. And even though the congregation was predominantly European American, we began singing the Black National Anthem, and it was clear to him it wasn't our first time. He's a free thinker and an artist, and he's glad to see how comfortably and directly we talk about things like race and agnosticism and science, as well as the Bible. Probably the overarching question that people have when they realize that we are a community without a dogma is, how can you have such a personal faith without becoming a bit narcissistic? I often tell people that it's not that you can believe anything you want. It's that we follow our conscience and believe what we feel is most true, which is different than just believing anything you want to believe. The creeds give us a freedom. It doesn't mean that we don't believe. It means that we won't be restrained in our believing by a creed or a dogma. So, but as far as being, a religion just becoming too self-centered or too personal, one thing is that we do this in community. So if someone's beliefs become selfish or greedy or unethical or prejudiced or arrogant, they're going to hear about it in a conversation or in a classroom here at All Souls. And that's why I tell people, you can't be a Unitarian Universalist all by yourself without a community. You can be a free thinker, But you can't be a Unitarian Universalist because we need others to help make sure that we're walking through the world both authentically and responsibly. And so we do it in community with others who we trust. And that's what it means to be a member of All Souls, to be in covenant with a community of people. There's a connection that we have because we make this promise to one another to live our lives in community, in peace, seeking the truth in love, and helping one another when we need it. Because life is precious, and it can pass too quickly. So we try to pay attention to make sure that we're living our lives authentically and with meaning and with purpose and with love. In his poem, Limited, poet Carl Sandburg, he reflects on a train trip that he took across the country many years ago. I don't know if you're familiar with Carl Sandburg, great poet out of Illinois, long gone. But in his poem, he sort of juxtaposes a couple things. It says, I am riding on a limited express, one of the crack trains of the nation, hurtling across the prairie into blue haze and dark air, go 15 all-steel coaches holding 1,000 people. All the coaches shall be scrap and rust, and all the men and women laughing in the diners and sleepers shall pass to ashes. I ask a man in the smoker where he's going, and he answers, Omaha. Sandburg juxtaposes life's fleeting nature with Omaha, which in this context makes it seem like a pointless destination. You and I are also hurtling across the prairie of our lives. It's good that we pay attention to where we're going and who we're going with. Together, we can do and be much more than any one of us can do or be on our own. My colleague Laurel Hallman in Dallas once recounted an old Hasidic Jewish story of a Polish man who sees a steam engine for the first time. In trying to describe this unusual phenomenon to others, the man explains, there was one hot one, one pulling, and many cold ones. My hope for you and for this community is that we are a hot one. That we are using our lives to pull this city and this country and this world toward greater love and justice and inclusion and a deeper democracy. To the visitors and new members, welcome to All Souls, where we love beyond belief. Amen. Thank you.
We invite you to open your hymnal and turn to number 168, which is One More Step. So we invite you to join us as we sing together. And please rise in body or spirit as we sing 168, One More Step.
Will
We light a candle for Elizabeth Grimm Howell and family on the loss of her mother, Martha Grimm Leisman, who passed away on August 13th. Back in 2016, a group of clergy and community leaders got together to address issues and challenges facing Tulsa, particularly the deep divisions between race, ethnicities, class, and religion. Together, they formed Action, Allied Communities of Tulsa Inspiring Our Neighborhoods. Now, at All Souls, we share our offering as a sign of our commitment to love and service. Now, this week, our gifts are going to support Action. Action unites faith and civic institutions to work for the common good, empowering people to shape public decisions together. So please give generously when the offering plate comes around. Now, every Sunday is Joining Sunday here at All Souls, and if you are ready to join as a member of All Souls or just to learn more about us, please meet us today at 11:15 in room 203. Again, today, 11:15, 203. And today we have another programs expo happening. This is an opportunity for you to learn how your skills and curiosity can help All Souls thrive. Now, volunteer opportunities are available in so many ways, including hospitality, building and building and grounds projects, shuttle driving, and you could even sign up to give a neighbor a ride. It's all happening today at Emerson Hall. Are you guys tired of my voice right now? Because I'm tired of it as well. But mark your calendars, set your reminders, and make your plans to be here for Homecoming Sunday. That's coming up in 2 weeks on September 7th. Now, there'll be music, food, and festivities for all ages. So please join us for this special day kicking off our new church year. Now, for more information on all of our upcoming events and programming, please check out our All Souls website. Now, we now receive our offering for Action, accompanied by the choirs singing of the Ukrainian national anthem in recognition of today being Ukrainian Independence Day.
Beautiful. I I like to think that the soldiers over in the Ukraine and the families and everybody who's dealing with all that devastation can feel that there's a group of people in Tulsa, Oklahoma singing for them and their independence. So thank you all for the choir. Thank you, Rick, for being back with us. Just to emphasize, in Emerson Hall, we've got refreshments, but we also have an opportunity to peruse and sign up to be involved this year in something. We even have not just being once a month usher and shuttle driver, things like that, but also opportunities to sign up just for once in a while, just get a phone call. Hey, are you available to help us fold some newsletters or a mailing? So there's some very simple ways to be a useful engine around here at All Souls this year. And I hope you'll take a moment to walk into Emerson Hall and see if there's anything that grabs your interest, and it will help you feel even more a part and connected to this community. It's been great. It's great to welcome the new members. I hope if you're a new member and you're able, you'll follow me and Randy out. Give those new members a chance to follow us out so that you can greet them. If you see someone holding a yellow rose, give them a little love. Tell them you're welcome. We're glad you're here. And with that, let us go with these words. May your eyes see beauty. May your lips speak truth. May your heart know love. And may your hands do the good works of this world all the days of your life. Go and be blessed and be a blessing. Amen.